Today is Wednesday, April 15th, 2026. Welcome to the Survivor Fans Podcast. I'm Joanne.
And I'm Stacy.
And this is our recap of Survivor 50 Week 8.
This episode is titled Double the Fun, Double the Demise. Spoken by Coach. Previously on Survivor, Coach invited Rizo to be a part of the Four Horsemen. The trio of Cirie, Rizo, and Ozzy is all powered up and ready to go. Jonathan, Chrissy, and Coach are looking at a split vote. Split it between Dee and Tiffany. Coach is having haiku fun. Aubry plays the BB, and Dee is voted out and becomes our first jury member. We're back at camp on night 15 after Tribal Council. Coach declares that was a humdinger of a day. Jonathan's thrilled because Queen Dee is out. He did his due diligence. Due diligence done.
And he flushed Aubry's idol. So I guess he's taking credit for that.
Yeah, well, for a moment. Someone else is about to enter stage left. Chrissy checks in with Tiffany. She did not vote for Tiffany, and she wants her to know, and she has no idea who voted for her. Tiffany, once again, returns to Tribal Council and wants to go crazy. There's no reason she caught votes, she tells us.
No reason. 4 people wrote her name down.
Yep.
But she loved to scream at them, but she's not going to give them a reason to vote for her.
Coach is talking to Jonathan, and he declares that he is the ultimate shield. And then he also declares that he drove the vote, and vengeance was his, vengeance was served.
He was a target. But Jonathan talks to him. He's like, I can back off, but
Coach says he can back off, right?
That's what I said.
Okay.
He says he can back off, and
He's gonna be okay. He's gonna lay low.
Yep.
Sky's blue. He's happy. La-di-da. Jonathan just sees the return to the old Coach.
Well, Coach says he can back off, but Jonathan's like, well,
We'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see if you can. All right, still day 16 all the way through this.
Yep, it's a one day game cycle.
Woo!
Tiff is telling us that her skin never looked better. That Island Beauty treatment is working for her.
Okay.
We see Jonathan, Stephenie talking, and then Chrissy joins them, and they all agree they got to get Coach to settle down, lay low.
Yep, he's got to cool it a bit.
Which is just the perfect circle. Because when they did the first swap, it was Coach going to Chrissy, making her cry and telling her to quit talking so much.
Yes, that
She's
everybody
talking
thought
too
she
much.
talked too much.
Now it's her turn. Calm down. Yeah. And they really want to target the 4 in the middle. They don't like these people playing in the middle. They're part of their alliance. Stephenie tells us they got 7
Yep,
with her.
Stephenie, Jonathan, Chrissy, Coach, Joe, Ozzy, and Cirie.
So they got it locked down.
Or
That's the
at least
majority.
she thinks they did.
Yes, that's the majority. She thinks they got it locked. Now it's time to get rid of the messy middle.
Though Chrissy's like, well, but can the 7 of us really vote together? She doesn't seem too sure about that because the Coach just took it over last time and ran with it.
What did you think about that talk Ozzy had with Tiffany?
Oh, actually, I liked that. I thought that was really good for him to go to her and talk to her and said, look,
I had to vote.
I
had to vote for you. That's what Coach told me to do.
And I have to keep him here, but I want to hand him to you.
Yeah, going to serve his head to you. That's how he finished that off.
Yep.
So that
And
seemed to
you-
gain her respect.
You bet, because well, it's true. She's like, he didn't have to tell me. He voted for me.
He must want me to be here. He wants to work together.
Yeah, well, that's usually how that goes.
My enemy
so.
today could be my ally tomorrow.
'Tis true.
That's a great way to look at the game. It's all fluid. You don't have to pitch fits and bust stuff and tear up the camp.
No, no, that wouldn't have gotten her anywhere.
Ozzy's pretty happy with how things are going. That alliance with Rizo and Cirie, where they can play all sides,
Yep.
which is usually the definition of the middle. He's happy they're in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
They kind of want to stay there.
And he tells Tiffany, hey, we're going to get the middle out. Then we'll go for Coach. Okay. Ozzy says he's going to stay close to Coach, and then he's going to lop off his head.
Well, music to her ears, and she believed him. So,
Boat. A boat arrives
oh yeah, did you notice it was like doom music playing
when the boat came.
Yeah.
It's ominous.
just before they said, boat's coming in?
Tiffany was excited. She was thinking maybe it was an auction today.
I wonder why.
They're always
They're
trying to guess
hoping
what's
it's
coming
an
next.
auction.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. They find out, though, that a decision has to be made. They got to divide up into 6 pairs.
With one person out of the loop.
Devins quickly volunteers to be that person. But,
As does Cirie
yeah, Cirie
and Chrissy.
Chrissy and Aubry also chime in.
Oh,
So they decide to do that same thing they did last
yeah.
time.
Put their shot in the dark in there and draw for it.
Yep. So Cirie is going to go solo. Turns out it's her.
Well, I think that was a good thing for her to do. And also, you know, I like how she spins it later. So we'll talk about that when we get to the challenge. But Jonathan ended up choosing Christian. And
Hey, before you go through that list, I
Okay.
wanted to highlight one part.
Okay.
They asked Joe, how did you do it in season 48?
Oh,
how
yeah,
did you
yeah.
divide up? And he said, oh, it was a big decision. We acted as adults and made that. But I recall him quickly choosing his partner. So it didn't seem to play out that way. And we didn't hear it that it was unequivocally adult in the decision process for his season.
well,
But
he chose
that's how he spun it.
Eva, didn't he?
I can't remember the exact details.
Oh,
I just
I'm pretty
remember
sure he did.
it was questionable.
And I mean, come on, Tiffany's probably one of the, well, definitely one of, if not the strongest woman out there. Mm-hmm. You know, and so I think Joe grabbed her and said, "Yes, we'll be formidable."
I heard somebody tell Coach, I don't know if it was Stephenie or Chrissy, go find someone. Yeah, and then like you were saying, Jonathan teams up with Christian, and Christian's happy. He sees the brochachos reforming
Yeah.
in that group. And we see, was it Devins and Aubry end up working together? Chrissy and Coach, Emily and Rizo. Who else? Am I missing someone?
Ozzy, did I say Stephenie and
Yes,
Ozzy?
I missed them. Yeah.
Okay.
Initially, when I was writing that
Like, who
down.
did we miss?
And then we see Jonathan and Joe talking, doing some strategizing, and they're saying, hey, Aubrey's going to be an easy target now that that idol got played.
Yep, but Joe and Ozzy both say they want Devins out.
Yeah, Ozzy joins John and Joe, and that's who he's targeting. He's really fixated on getting rid of that idol, finding Devins.
Yeah. But Joe had already said
That's
Devins,
just so perfect, huh?
Yeah, because they're worried about him finding the idols.
Yes.
You know, that's the only reason they showed
Just
that.
priming the pump. Yeah.
Yep, yeah. The editors did good with that. They're like, oh, we have to show them saying this. So,
We see Chrissy coaching Coach, telling him once again, take a breather, and that he needs to go fix things with Tiffany. Tell her that it wasn't you.
oh, please, Chrissy, did you really think he
It's just
wouldn't
bad
bungle
advice.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, the only way that might have gone better is if she went and talked for him.
So we see him talking down on the beach, sitting there on the boat, and he tells Tiffany, this is just so
Turn
classic.
on the
too.
charm with
Yep.
Tiffany.
I did not push for you.
Did not push your name.
I wasn't behind the split for you, and I wasn't pushing for you. So the obvious next question is,
Well, who did?
right. And he's got, it looked like he had no
Crickets.
answer. Yeah, now that could have been editing.
It could have, but they never showed anything.
Right.
So I think if he'd said anyone, it would have been
However,
an issue,
it
'cause
truly
she would have been upset about it.
Yeah, however it truly played out, the end result was she declared that there's no accountability with him.
Yeah, he took no responsibility, and their relationship is dead.
Not only dead, but dead, done, and buried, according to
Yes.
Tiffany.
So
Yes,
whatever
very-
he said,
Very honorable, very honest, lots of integrity, as he lied to her face, I did not push for you.
I wonder if he will talk about it, if somebody will ask him in his interviews.
I hope so,
what he
but a lot of
really
the
said.
interviewers don't do that.
I know. But, and really, he's going to spin it. So the person you really want to ask is Tiffany.
You won't get a payoff.
But,
yeah.
So.
I know when I confronted him over things, when I was interviewing him on the red carpet, he danced around it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Boom. Right into community challenge / reward here.
Yeah, here's where I like that Cirie said, yep, Jeff, it's me, I don't want to be responsible for anyone going home and making them lose. And so, I'll sit
She
out.
finds out the first part of the upside of this for her is that, well, he gives her the downside first, that no chance at winning immunity here.
Yep.
And now she has to leave immediately for exile, but she will be immune from the vote.
Yeah, it's like, woohoo. Who cares?
Yeah, more to follow.
They can't vote for me. Yay. Okay.
And then we learn that the vote, they're going to get to vote as individuals, but they'll be voting for a pair, and there will be 2 eliminated at tribal council
he
this
did the
night.
whole double stakes, double decisions, and double elimination.
Double consequences, yeah.
Yep.
Double. Which I might add is how we celebrated after the episode was over. We were being tormented all the time while we were watching because of our timing. We had put a double Dutch apple pie in the oven. So it was smelling great.
We earned it.
Yeah.
Getting the taxes done.
Uh-huh.
At the last minute. It's like, okay, a little fortification.
So we
could
had
have
our
a little bit of pie.
own double going.
Yeah, it was just some apple pie, but it was
It was
good.
delicious. Yeah.
But it was taunting us because literally I took it out of the oven 15 seconds
Before the episode started. We
already had
we remembered
the
that it was
headphones in listening.
that we had it too late, but we got it cooking, and
We were
then
like, we should celebrate. It's like, well, what? It's like, oh well, we have pie in the freezer.
double Dutch apple pie will do.
Double Dutch? It's just a Dutch.
No,
Dutch
it's a
apple.
double Dutch in honor of the
right,
double elimination
right.
episode.
Okay, got it.
Now you're on track.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, you're right.
Rizzo declares this is the biggest twist of all time with the partner fallout aspect of it. Okay, so they're going to have to do the classic deal where they throw the ball up and it rolls through a tube, and then they've got to run through an obstacle course, get to the other end, and catch it before it falls to the ground.
I don't remember Coach not being able to shoot baskets because he had the hardest time with
He
that.
definitely struggled, didn't he?
Yeah. I would have thought you could have accidentally got one in less time than that.
And then that was cool. I don't remember seeing them do this before, where they used the paddles
Oh, yeah.
to
Super harder.
move over the obstacle there.
Yeah,
That was cool.
absolutely.
Passing it back and forth like that. And then the
Something new.
yeah. And then so the first 3 that finished that, well, there's a kind of a puzzle piece where the steps that they needed to go over the next obstacle is the ones where it's got 3 or 4 different sizes of holes and pegs that you have to match up.
Yes.
And so the first three that finished that section, first 3 pairs move on.
They had to put the
final
planks down that had the proper holes in them.
the final part of the course, which was the one of those mazes, a tilt table maze that you got to roll the ball through
And that was
land
the
2 of them.
final 3 couple that got to do that to see who would win, which duo would win immunity.
And this was also for a reward.
Oh, yeah.
You get spaghetti and tiramisu as a dessert.
Did we see them eat?
Yeah.
Where was I?
I don't know. Guess your
don't
head
know.
was down scribbling notes.
I was probably, yes. Because I was thinking, I can't wait to watch it again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
'Cause
We've
I
already
feel
watched
like
Tribal. Well, I've
there
watched
was
Tribal
so
Council
much information.
3 times, and you've watched it twice.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. I want to watch all of it.
Yeah. Oh, no. I want to watch the whole thing again, too. But yes. And so everybody, but like you said, Coach makes it through the first part of the challenge pretty quickly.
Coach does not.
Hence me saying everybody but Coach.
Oh, I thought you said Coach made it through. I was like, Okay. All right. I guess I just caught the last part of that.
Joe and Tiffany are doing exceptionally well.
They are. They were awesome.
Yep.
And Devins and Aubry, I was like, all right, go guys. Now, Ozzy and Steph was no big surprise. But Rizo and Emily just didn't do well. That wasn't too surprising because neither one of them, I'm not sure why they paired up because that was kind of destined to, you'd think they would have, but maybe nobody else wanted to work with them or something. Because neither one of them are physically good in the challenges so much. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so the top three that got to the second part was Tiffany and Joe, who were first there, Ozzy and Stephenie, and Aubry and Devins. It's like, all right. Christian and John, Riz and Emily, and Coach and Chrissy were out.
Yep, no chance at immunity.
Nope. So they have to get this ball from the cage
with these
together
tiny paddles. That was cool.
Yes.
I think we've seen that before.
We've seen that
having
before,
them
yes,
retrieve
absolutely.
them that way.
And but you have to work really well together.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody had it as clear as Devins and Aubry did.
Oh yeah,
huh?
No, they were. Even Jeff commented, great communication, and they got it first, which I was like, oh wow. And Joe and Tiffany were really struggling to communicate.
Yeah.
But Ozzy and Steph did pretty good. They got to the May 2nd, and Joe and Tiffany got there last. However,
yeah,
they did really good at that leg of the challenge.
Yeah, I think it was Michaela that had the great strategy for this, where you have one person just sort of hold, and the other person controls the tilt, so that you don't both try to be tilting in one direction. You're not fighting each other or overcompensating.
Well, you could tell it was Tiffany that was telling Joe what to do.
Yeah.
So, she was directing. And so that worked out well for them, too, because I think she was doing most of the directing. Mm-hmm. Especially when they got right toward the end or near an edge or something where it was more likely to drop.
Yeah, it was a good comeback by them. Good job, Joe and Tiffany.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So Tiffany and Joe won immunity. Stephenie and Ozzy did not, nor Aubry and Devins. Okay, and each person will be voting individually for one pair.
One of the 5 pairs. Yeah.
And if you have an idol, that one idol will protect the pair.
If they play it, yeah. One
If
idol
they
would be
play
good
it,
for both people.
yes.
Likewise, one shot in the dark, if it worked out to safe, would work for both people.
Yeah, I kind of thought Ozzy and Rizo and Ozzy would play them.
You did?
I did.
I think
In that
Ozzy and Rizo
moment.
were feeling really safe.
I guess, but my first thought was that just to be safe, they'd play them. But okay.
All right, next up, we get to see Joe and Tiffany eat some spaghetti, and Joe's
Oh,
playing.
wait, we forgot to say. Also, if one person plays the shot in the dark, then and they
I
are
actually
safe.
said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Again, did not hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't get to see Joe and Tiffany eat spaghetti yet. Just that they are going to get spaghetti, and the surprise was nobody else got to join them, at least for me.
Really? I didn't see anything, so I didn't know. I didn't know they're the only ones that got it.
Yeah. And Coach he says the title at this point. He gets a voiceover right at the end as they're heading out where he says the title.
Okay, and here's a fun part. Cirie arriving at Exile with tons of coconuts
It's
all
fun
over the
until,
beach.
yes, she read there are 2,000 coconuts and she's got to find one. If she can find the one, she'll get her vote back and she can return and vote in this tribal council.
Yep.
But that was quite exciting. And that's why I guess she was just crying out of frustration because it was so hard.
Yeah.
That sun
she was probably
cooking
tired.
her.
It was hot, and she was frustrated, and she didn't want to let her alliance down. She wanted to get back and help them, and she was frustrated. But she turned it around, said, "Nope, can't do this. Suck it up and move on.
Yeah.
We're playing a game.
She gets a cry out. And
Sometimes you gotta."
Yep, and we got a Cirie retrospective. It was a great celebration of Cirie there as she was doing the search.
That was kind of cool.
And it did appear that the phoenix was on a coconut, visibly on it, like you didn't have to flip it over to see it. Because my first thought was, if they're really there, I don't know how far on the beach on the island they were, but I think I would have run them.
Well, I
just
thought
to
about
see.
that, but you can't really run
Why not?
because there's too many coconuts.
Well, you just got to get where you can run, so you can just survey
can't
them all real
run.
quick.
Yes, you go walk
But
through
it did
there
work out.
at a fast pace.
She
but
did end up finding it, which was awesome. So
did.
she heads back to camp.
She said it was a daunting task, and that's why she was crying. But
You think that was foreshadowing what she said? This may be the break that paves my way to the end.
Yeah, I was hoping so. When she said it, I was like, yes, it is.
Okay, we're back at camp after
Because,
the...
as she said, nothing's impossible on Survivor.
Yep. And the other thing she said there in retrospective when she was giving the voiceover was that she comes back out. She's come back out so much because that refills her I can do it tank.
Yeah. Well, and that's
Great
pretty
story.
awesome when you do something you're not sure you can do.
Yep.
I know, because I've done that. I'm just like, I don't think I can do that. But then you do it, and it's like, wow.
Okay, we're back at camp, and Christian is happy to be done with that masochistic challenge, and this masochistic twist is driving him nuts. But he thinks he's in a good spot because he's connected to Jonathan, and Jonathan's got lots of cover.
Well,
so he's
look at him.
probably in good shape, he thinks.
Look at Emily. She's telling Christian and Ozzy that if we don't get Coach and Chrissy out tonight, they will have the numbers.
Right. Got to
So-
avoid that steamroll coming our way.
Yep.
And she's
I was
correct.
like, all
It did
right.
feel like a pivotal
right.
vote. And Rizzo's politicking Ozzy to focus on Devins and Aubry because he wants them out of the middle because that's where he wants to be.
Yeah, so I don't know that Ozzy was paying Emily and Christian much attention because Rizzo wanted Devins and Aubry out, and they decide they think that Cirie would agree, so Ozzy was going to do that. So thank goodness Cirie found the coconut phoenix.
Aubrey's not giving up, although she sure is wishing she still had that idol.
Yeah,
But she says now's
that she
time
not
to work
out
her
yet.
magic. I don't know what magic she ended up working, but at least she didn't roll over.
Well, what do you think of Joe telling Tiffany?
This is
he
when
was
they were-
one of the votes for her.
This is when they were eating the spaghetti.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention to that. Just what he was telling her. I did see that. And,
No, Joe, he liked this opportunity. He said that they bonded. He bonded with Tiffany
yeah, it seemed to be
by
genuine.
letting her know that he did vote for her.
Well, and he said, I will never do it again.
And Tiffany said, "You're a dummy."
Yeah, but that's Tiffany. I think that's
Yeah.
her personality.
Yeah, and then he promised no more votes. Yeah.
And she promised him no votes.
And Joe wants to focus on that middle too. For him, it's easy.
Yep.
Devins and Aubry needs to be the target.
Okay. And Chrissy is mothering coach or wifing coach or something. You are staying in the hammock.
Go
Don't talk.
lay in the hammock, be invisible. Her direction. Please don't screw up my game. That was the translation.
Yep.
We see Chrissy talking to Aubry and Devins and saying that Rizzo held an idol all the way to the end in 49. So she
Yep.
clearly got some intelligence on 49 because it had not aired. So she got the scoop before they flew out.
Was she? No, she wasn't on the tribe with Savannah, was she? Wasn't there in the beginning. Well, I don't know. A lot has been told, so who knows? Rizzo might have told it himself. But
And then we see Rizzo talking to Emily and he tells her, "I'll play the idol if it looks bad for us." I did not believe him.
yeah, we'll see.
Well, Coach is
Didn't
doing
look
as he
bad
was
for him.
told for the most part. He is in the hammock enjoying his
Well,
solitary day of silence, he says.
He wasn't silent. He was talking to the cameraman.
Yeah.
And he said, but I love to be the center of attention. So, laying in the hammock made the cameraman stay right there, and they just recorded, I'm sure, everything he said, and he talked the whole time to the cameraman.
He declared
They
it
just showed
a
us that
travesty to quell the Dragon Slayer. Yes.
It's like,
And Cirie's back. Celebrate good times.
yay. Yay.
Christian's
Thank
happy.
goodness.
Thank God Cirie's back, he says.
Yeah.
He's thinking of voting for Coach and Chrissy, but he wants to get the consensus. And here comes the cavalry.
Well, and he probably
Aubry.
had realized that Ozzy wasn't joining him. So it didn't take Cirie long to tell Ozzy, no, we can get the medal out anytime.
Whenever. Yeah.
Got to get out coaching Chrissy.
Got to get rid of Mom and Dad.
Yeah, she's
For
like,
the
the others
Honesty
won't know what
Integrity
to do
Alliance.
without Mommy and Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can be in control. We can get out the middle people anytime.
Yep.
Or use them or whatever we decide to. But they got to go.
Ozzy sure is glad she's back and set him straight. He's telling Tiffany, I would have looked like a dummy.
Well, I like it that Ozzy's listening to her.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Didn't
That
hesitate.
He doesn't question
Yeah. No.
her loyalty to him.
Right.
He really isn't. I mean, that could cost him. But, I don't think so right now.
We
But-
see Tiffany talking to Aubry and telling her, hey, we're going to target Coach and Chrissy. Then it'll be anyone's game if we get them out of the way.
Yep.
And Cirie's talking to Devins and tells him, yeah, Coach and Chrissy.
But Chrissy's still pushing Rizzo.
Mm-hmm. She wants to vote out Rizo. Does not know that Cirie and Rizo are aligned, which
Okay,
that
but-
solidifies for Cirie exactly
That's why
that
they're not letting people know that.
Coach and Chrissy got to go.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. And the
Rizzo's
thing
got some
is,
hesitation, though.
because he wants to confront her. He wants to go,
No. Before that, he doesn't want to blindside Joe. He wants to get square with Joe.
yeah,
He's trying
yeah.
to cultivate Joe as an ally.
well, he said he wanted Joe to have his back. Mm-hmm. Why? Why exactly?
Because supposedly he won't lie and he'll be loyal.
Okay.
And you can use that.
Did he not tell Coach he wouldn't vote for him? Maybe he did. So, okay. I do not know.
You see Cirie talking to Joe, and Ozzy and Tiffany are there too, and they're trying to get Joe to come around. But Joe says he doesn't trust Devins. He really wants revenge from that argument they had early in the game. This is not good, Joe declares. He does not want to consider Chrissy and Coach. Needs to get rid of Devins. Devins challenged his authority.
Yeah. Well, and he lied.
And Joe's talking to Stephenie and Jonathan and agreeing with them on voting for Devins and Aubry.
But Rick tells us, hey, if I'm desperate enough, I'll go for the fake idol.
Yeah, just before that, we see Rizo go to Joe and trying to get him on board. But Joe declares that
No, we're voting this way.
Devins and Aubry are snakes. They can't be trusted. And he also reminds him he needs to
Really?
get revenge.
Snakes, huh?
Liars. They have
Okay, Joe.
they are not honorable. They do not have integrity.
Okie doke.
Yep, and that's when we see Devins and Christian talking like you were talking about, where that was where Christian had the line about getting to take out the Death Star.
Yep.
And Devins is rightfully so scared, knowing that his name's coming up.
You betcha, and he should be, because they probably would be gone if he hadn't done that. That's how it was looking.
And cut back once more to Coach in the hammock. He's serenading us with an opera-like song there.
I didn't listen.
Don't cross me if you dare. I'll not go down without a fight. Something, something. And then he finally realized how to rhyme it and end with tonight. Okay, off to tribal council here. Night 16. I wanted to say I love that they've got, it's probably a boom mic, but they got these mics up high enough this time that when they walk by on the way in with the torches, that you hear the torches roaring as they come by. I like that little touch.
If you say so.
You hear the whoosh of the
did not
flame as it
notice
comes
that.
by.
Okay, that would be
you'll
a
know
you
to,
thing.
Now you know to listen for it the next time.
I will.
Probst wants some pats on the back for this twist. He's really he's asking for someone to pay
Who
homage.
was it that was complaining?
Well, Christian kind of did. He didn't give him what he
okay.
wanted. He said, well, this is really like a final six vote, so
And
thanks,
that's
Probst.
when Aubry chimed in and said,
With a
"Hey,
War Dog quote.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
we signed up for Survivor and you can throw anything at us.
That's the game.
We
Okay.
agreed to it. It's true. And they know they can because you sign your entire life away with those contracts. It's just like they don't leave any stone unturned about what they can do.
Yeah, and Devins gets a question about the opportunity of it all, and basically ends up talking about how he and Aubry are in this together, and Aubry goes, "Yeah, we're tied together." And then that should have been the title of the episode. I'm the baby. In the analogy that Aubry was using about how they're tied together with an umbilical cord.
Yeah,
cracked. I think that even cracked Probst up. His was a little delayed as he moved on to the next question.
Okay,
but that was good.
I liked it. We skipped over it, but I liked it that Coach was saying, "We've been waiting to get rid of some people." Mm-hmm. I thought, ooh, and if it's you, that's going to be one of your last lines.
Yep, Coach gets a question about how he handled today, and he says he was told to...
Chrissy made him lay in the hammock.
Yeah, to stay in the hammock, lay low, and
Be
chill
quiet.
out. And no haikus. Yeah. And then Coach gets another question about how could he do that when his life is on the line. He said that betrayal oozes out of every pore if you'll just sit back and watch. And that was the benefit of the knowledge he gained.
Oh, he gained so much knowledge.
He could see the betrayal being sown by the finger tapping. Probst tries again to get somebody to talk about how fun this twist is, and he asks Joe, and Joe gives him the classic Mike Tyson line about getting punched in the face. Everybody's got a plan until they get popped. But Joe didn't bite. He had something prepared to say, but he didn't answer what the fun part of the twist was.
And this is where and I think it was when Joe was talking,
that they dropped the volume
fading
and focused on Devins. Yeah,
and that he was obviously running through. Should I? Shouldn't I? How am I going to do this? And then, lo and behold,
he catches a question from Probst.
Ask him a question,
which gives him that opportunity to say,
"I'm a little nervous, Jeff.
My name's come up, and I've had a clue, and I haven't been able to act on it, and now's the time." Oh, that was just so beautiful, wasn't it?
Right now. And he got up and walked over there, do it right now.
Poor Stephenie, she had no clue. She couldn't track what was going on at all.
What's happening? What?
He got something? What?
Well, it's like me. Sometimes I'm tuned out. I'm somewhere else. Something else is on my mind. And all of a sudden you go, what? What just happened?
She definitely got passed in both lanes on that one as he stood up, walked over, flipped over some rocks right in front of Rizo and Emily. So it was just a perfect performance. Retrieved the fake idol and sat down and then acknowledged that he indeed had an idol.
And they were like, how could we not see that?
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
We should have seen it.
Rizo declares that it was indeed cinema watching all this happen. And then Jonathan takes it to a live tribal, goes over to Joe and says, "What now?"
We go.
Jonathan didn't have a plan in response to that.
Well, they thought they had it all wrapped up. You know, it's like, wait a minute. You need to have 2 or 3 steps ahead. And why aren't you thinking, well, but what if this happened? And if this happened, what would I do? And if this happened, what would I do? And, how about this?
Too much thinking.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, I
don't have to think when you're honest and have integrity.
Oh, I see. Well, we see what that got you. All right. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved that it worked, that they planned it way back then. It was a great idea.
And we see it come to fruition. They delivered.
Yes, absolutely. And that everybody immediately believed it. Of course, Devins found an idol. He always finds idols.
Yeah, it played right into all their fear.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
Though Chrissy was skeptical. She was like,
well, actually, Rizo said it first. He went over and he fanboyed a little, and then Rizo said, I may have that reversed. Actually, Rizo said, well, he still has to play it.
Yeah.
And that's when we see Chrissy tell Coach he may not play it.
He may not play it. Let's vote for him anyway. He may not.
Joe emphatically declares that he is not writing Coach's name down on principle.
Of course not.
I forget who he was talking to. Was he whispering to
Tiffany?
But he
did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He's a liar.
whoa, Joe. Because we double checked. Yes,
Jonathan got a little
he did.
defensive because Devins was commenting on you get to see where the lines are drawn. And Jonathan responded back, well, you're showing your colors too. He didn't say anything about you showing your colors, Jonathan. He just said you get to see where the lines are.
Yeah, Jonathan said, we are still voting Rick. Well, you are.
What did you think when Stephenie went over and was trying to get Christian to confront Devins? You do it. You say it. You ask him to show it.
Somebody should get it. You do it.
Christian did a great job. He maintained he was voting for Devins just like he had discussed with Jonathan.
He did, but he didn't jump in. He wasn't going to be involved.
So I'm not going to have any part of that. I'm still voting that way. And so she ends up trying it, right? She asked him to show it.
Right.
That was great. No,
yes.
Christian was never going to vote.
And
Devins.
I liked how Rick answered her.
Perfect.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't got to show you anything. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. So, no.
That was beautiful. I just enjoyed all that. Seeing that all deliver, seeing the payoff for their work.
Stephenie was so frustrated because, he won't prove it to me. He won't. I'd vote for him if it just been. So that was very frustrating for her, you could tell.
Yes.
I loved it myself.
She definitely wanted things to be simpler.
Yep. And I can't wait to see what Aubry thinks when she finds out that Rick doesn't have a real idol.
Well, she's in his debt, so I don't think she's going to mind too much.
You too.
Yeah.
No, but, I think she'll be very surprised. But, hey, it saved her. She can't complain.
All right, Coach retells that Magellan quote that we heard in the first episode.
Yep. And
to round it out. And
shot in the dark.
Seems like it fits really good, especially the part about how Magellan got bludgeoned in the end of his voyage. It's foreshadowing for Coach. Okay, so they go up and vote. The thing that stood out for me in the vote was Devin saying, yeah, it's a fake. And he took that little lamp that's there in the voting booth and was rubbing it like he was waiting for the genie to come out to get his 3 wishes while he was talking to the camera. That was great. Okay, any idols or advantages to be played? That's when Devins tells Aubry, I can't play it. I have to get it out of tribal first.
Week.
Yeah, that was brilliant too, wasn't it?
I thought it was.
I mean, multi-steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, bam, again. I was like, oh, sweet.
I was shocked when Coach played a shot in the dark. I did not think he was going to do that.
Oh, I didn't either.
Didn't see that coming at all.
But back to Rick, he impressed the heck out of him.
Yeah.
I was like, see, that's what you're supposed to do. Think 3 steps ahead. If somebody asks me, what am I going to say? What am I going to say?
Knowledge is power. I don't have to tell you anything.
Either that or he's so quick on the uptake.
Yeah.
He thinks really fast like that because that's hard to do in the moment like that. So,
I wonder if him and Christian had planned that far ahead, or if that was all Devins. Were they gaming it out in the early days about how that would happen, or even here on day 16?
Well,
I'd love an extra scene on all that.
Christian really doesn't get credit for that whole thing. That was Rick's idea, and Rick implemented it. Yes, he used Christian's letter from his actual idol that he found, but he's the one that came up with the idea. He's the one that, Christian helped him. He created a diversion. And,
he sold the diversion.
Rick planted it, and he executed it perfectly.
And had a story for it.
And we'll see what he does with it next.
Okay, time to vote. And Chrissy, who was at Aubry and Devins get a vote, and then Chrissy and Coach, and then Emily and Rizo. So the Aubry Devins vote was Jonathan, the Emily Rizo vote was Chrissy, and then it was all Chrissy and Coach. Chrissy and Coach are voted out.
Bye-bye. Coach couldn't vote, and Chrissy voted for Emily and Rizo. Yeah.
Everyone else, including Joe the liar, voted for Chrissy and Coach.
Yep.
Jonathan, Joe, and Stephenie were very confused. Jonathan, Joe, and Stephenie looked very confused.
Why?
It didn't go their way.
Oh, okay.
When the votes were being read. Now, Joe was acting.
Yeah, because he...
Jonathan and Stephenie were very confused after it was all over still.
Well, but Joe and Stephenie voted for Coach, and Jonathan did not. He held in there and he meant he's voting for Devins, and he did.
Yep.
So, okay.
Devins looked over, gave an eyebrow raise to Probst on the way out, and then he was smiling as they walked by the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty happy. Now, everyone thinks he's got an idol, so that makes him a target, right? But he doesn't really got an idol.
I know.
So
maybe he's going to go find one.
Yeah, to his credit, hopefully he will be able to do that.
He finds
but
a real one.
he lived another day, and
Yes.
they were coming for him.
That's what it was about.
Yep.
And, if they're still doing the money order, which I was about to talk about anyway.
You're talking about the payouts for what order you leave the game in, how much money you make?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 more people ahead of him. He gets that much more money for, even if he did go out next, it's
Right.
still, you want to, every spot you can leapfrog over, you want to do that.
Yep. The payoff increases the longer you can stay. At least
Unless
that's
they
what it's
have-
been in the past.
Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah.
been in the past. I don't know about seasons like this.
I would
They have-
assume in this kind of a scenario, they would both get the same amount, the more
for
amount.
Chrissy and Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, excuse me, Jeff, why does she have to go first?
Yeah.
That was my first thought. Well, is she going to get less money than Coach?
Well, she is a woman. She did less work overall,
Oh.
so.
You could get hurt. It's a good thing I know you're kidding because
What did you
I
think
have a
about the
pen
episode
in my hand.
overall?
I loved it.
Yeah,
loved
it was a
Very
fun.
entertaining.
We were screaming when the coach took his shot in the dark up there. Not safe, not safe.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was surprised you were.
Yeah.
I mean, I had him vote out.
Yeah, I had him
But you
safe,
didn't.
but I'm thrilled to see him go and to
Yeah.
have him go right after D. For her to have to spend all that, I would have preferred she went before the merge, but for it to happen like this, and she's got to spend the longest possible time with Coach. That's just perfect. And not that she'll necessarily interact, but and he's different outside of the
Dee
game.
would not
so.
hesitate to say, "I'm not listening. Not listening to all this."
Right.
Yeah. Or she may be entertained. You don't know, because you either find him entertainment or you don't. There's not too much in the middle.
What another
think.
stellar episode! That was
Excellent.
to have that
Excellent.
pay off, the fake idol plant pay off like that, and it seemed like it was real and it was significant and it had an impact.
And-
The edit can play all kinds of games. Maybe it wasn't going to go that way, but my goodness, that felt like it really delivered.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even to the point of Cirie and her struggle and showing all the clips where she's surmounted difficulties in the past and grown from that and all the, and then, I don't know, I just loved it.
Yeah.
All of it.
Always here for a Cirie celebration.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And even Coach, I saw some of the clips from past seasons and stuff, and Coach has been entertaining. I'm not trying to say he hasn't, but it's like once the Dragon Slayer came back in and took possession, I was kind of like, okay, I'm over that. Been there, done that.
When he cranked the pomposity back up, yeah, it
Yeah.
was
It's like, okay, that's nice and that's fun for,
time for you to go.
an episode or two, but not the rest of the season. We want to see some serious hard play, and so.
So the Honesty and Integrity Alliance took a big hit, just like Cirie and
Power.
Christian were saying.
But Cirie is considered part of the power. Ozzy too. So, I don't know.
You don't know what?
I was just thinking, I'm not sure where the lines are anymore. Other than I think
I'd tell you who's not on the
Joe,
right side of the line.
Jonathan, yeah,
Jonathan
I know.
really took it. He's the one who got punched in the face.
Yep. He is.
He had a Mike Tyson moment this
Yeah.
episode for sure. I don't see him recovering from this.
I don't think so either. And especially since Tiffany's now in with Joe, and Joe's promised not to write her name.
Yeah.
So, has he made any promises to Jonathan? Jonathan was, close with Coach. So, but I don't know that he and Joe had, deep conversations or not.
Well, we got those great reaction shots from Joe where his eyes were bugging out as every time Coach was telling him some story or knighting him or whatever he was doing.
Yep.
But yeah, Joe and Stephenie were both on the right side of the vote. Jonathan was not. I think Jonathan's cooked. This is the end of Jonathan's story.
I'm thinking,
but the voting.
Yeah, it could be too. And especially since he burned his bridges with Tiffany, and so I don't think he burned any bridges with Stephenie because he didn't do the vote or any of that. But I don't know.
What are you talking about?
We'd have to see. Jonathan not voting with the others. I don't think he burned any bridges with Stephenie because well,
they were in an alliance together. He didn't burn any bridges.
Well, that is literally what I just said.
He's the only one who stuck to the plan.
Yes.
Which is going to hurt him. All right, let's do next time on Survivor. Stephenie she tells us she is pissed off. She wants to slit all their throats.
She has lost the controlling alliance, and it was ridiculous. It was all ridiculous.
And then next you get Tiffany talking about, she's saying she's a flip-flopper, and they've got Emily on the screen while you're getting that voiceover from Tiffany.
Okay, but why was she saying she was going to slit all their throats? What was that all about?
Well, she knows everybody ended up voting for Chrissy and Coach.
Yes, and
she lost control of the game. Yeah, well, she chickened out and went with what appeared to be the vote. Devon's totally bluffed her.
But so why is she going to slit other people's throats?
Because she lost control of the game.
She's the one that chickened out.
They took it from her.
So
she wants revenge. They took her alliance. She, as far as she knew on the beginning of day 16, she was in a controlling alliance with 7 people. They had the majority.
Yeah, be careful, Steph.
And then they didn't vote the way that she thought they were going to vote. So.
Yeah, but be careful. Don't burn your bridges.
Okay, so we said Tiffany was saying she's a flip-flopper when Emily was on the screen.
Yep.
And we got Ozzy saying something weird about Christian's a robot in human skin.
Yep.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know.
And
maybe Christian's not showing emotion, or that Ozzy thinks he should, or...
They show just about everyone gathered around.
Everyone end up in the hammock?
They're showing all of them standing there and reacting. Someone yells out, "What?" Which is the classic thing to do. So they've learned something that is confusing them. You can tell they're all confused. Yeah. Jonathan declares this is insane, seemingly at that same rough moment there.
Right there.
And cut to Probst. He's participating in one of the bucket hold challenges.
Yeah.
With the castaways, and Ozzy yells out, "You gotta dig deep, Jeff." It makes Probst laugh. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He had to have known he was going to have to do that because his forearms look really strong. So that he's probably been practicing and doing grip exercises and stuff.
He's known for a while.
If he knew he was doing this, he was going to prepare.
That they were going to set up a station for him.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. I look forward to seeing that.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think's going out next?
Oh, good Lord. I've not even had time to process this yet.
The no-brainer thought it'd be Jonathan. He's on the out. He's going to be bitter.
Well,
he's got to go on an immunity run to stay in the game, basically.
I don't even know who's with who right now because Cirie, Ozzy, and Rizo are working all sides, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, at least Stephenie thought she was with her. But now Stephenie knows that she wasn't.
She wasn't what?
With Stephenie. Stephenie was counting Cirie as part of the 7.
Yes,
the controlling 7.
She does. Well, how does she know that? She doesn't. She didn't necessarily know that.
They voted Chrissy and Coach out.
So did she.
They took that away. Now, maybe Cirie will claim that she did just like Stephenie and saw the writing on the wall and voted that way.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll find out next week, I guess.
So, I'd say the obvious answer to be Jonathan. He's the most out of the loop in this group.
I think he's going to be the most vocal.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he can go on an immunity run and make it all the way to the end, though. There's so much between now and the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure yet until I know what kind of challenges they're going to do. You know, there's only 4 more weeks until the finale. It's like, wow.
Yep.
That seems to be coming up quick. And they must be going to have at least one more double,
Yeah,
right?
it seems likely that there'll be another one, numbers-wise.
Yeah,
Unless they go heavy into the finale.
Otherwise, they'll go into the finale with 7 people.
Mm-hmm.
They've never done that before. They have gone in a time or two with 6, I think.
Yep, definitely
but
have.
Not 7. So, not sure how that would work. I would think they would have at least one more double.
Okay, how about a JSFL update?
All right, we have 3 people tied in first with 41 points. There are 7 people who lost their USB for Chrissy and 10 for Coach. There are 102 people who lost a safe point for Chrissy and 25 for Coach. 17 people earned a vote-off point for Chrissy, and 119 people earned a vote-off point for Coach.
All right.
In the side challengers with 38 points, Jeremiah and Rebecca are tied for first. With 37, Anderson. 36, Parker and Stacy. 32, Lisa Ray. 31, Johnny. 29, Justin. And 25, Drew.
Okay. Yeah, this is a tough one. You could really get popped like I did.
Yeah. Well, you could have got popped worse than that if you'd had Chrissy saved too.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's the danger with that kind of thing was the safe picks.
Yep.
It's one thing not to get a vote off point, but to lose multiple safe picks is a lot harder for me.
Yeah. All right. Very challenging week for JSFL.
But that's part of what makes it fun. I did want to say one thing that I appreciated. I did like that Rizo said what he said to Coach and that he
changed his life. Yeah.
I'm glad he gave him that. I really am because, it's true. It's true for Rizo, and I'm really glad that he acknowledged that and gave him that. I did appreciate that. And I'm glad that this helped Chrissy's wounds heal.
Yeah, they both said they thought it was good for them.
Yeah, they both did. So, unlike Charlie, I wish Charlie was healed, but maybe he will be eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure Charlie will get over it eventually, yeah.
But I hope he does.
Yeah.
And but I'm glad that Chrissy feels better and Coach feels better, so that's
well,
good.
At least that's what they said.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see what they say in their interviews because it's been a while now, so...
Chrissy was being pretty vocal there in the beginning about how the ladies weren't getting enough time in the edit.
Yeah.
So some of her displeasure creeped back in.
All righty. Well, you don't really know that until you start watching the episodes and seeing how it was edited. So she wouldn't have known that until it started airing. So it's like, wait a minute.
I bet there was a lot of reactions back when, early on when Devins and Christian pulled that off at Tribal Council, the hiding of the fake idol, and everyone was like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, they probably learned a little later. We'll see.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep.
But, and that, because, Cirie's a nurse, and she was really checking on Christian. Are you okay? Here, let me go first. I'll Christian was acting so confused. So Cirie was trying to take care of him, So, she's going to give him a little grief anyway.
Who do you think is the controlling majority?
That's what I was trying to think when you said, who do you think's going out next? I do think Jonathan's a very good choice, but they could still target Rick and Christian too. They're very good players. So it depends on who's willing to play with whom. So I don't know.
Seems like Christian and Cirie still have a connection. It looked like Cirie and Devins had a connection, so I'm going to say they're okay right now. They need that majority. Cirie and Ozzy and Rizo need a majority, so I think Rick and Christian and Emily are in with them.
But has
Tiffany's in.
Tiffany joined the underdog group now, has she?
She was there with Cirie when Cirie told them, hey, let's not focus on the middle. Let's focus on taking out mom and
I think I
dad.
missed
Tiffany
that.
was there.
I thought maybe if she was with Joe, he's with the old group. But
she got pulled in, so.
I'm leaning most toward Jonathan, Joe, and even possibly Stephenie if she rocks the boat too much.
In the next group. Can you see anything Jonathan can do to secure himself further in the game? He made that line so hard.
Yeah, he drew a hard
and he
line.
wanted to mouth off to Devins.
And kind of, he might have burned some bridges a little bit.
And Tiffany's still looking to settle the score with him, so.
And always will be.
Yeah.
She will not forget. I think Jonathan fits in probably the least of anyone, and Joe next.
Joe should be next to go, but it might be Stephenie. She might be easier.
Well, number one, they should be.
Joe pushed back really hard against Cirie.
Oh, yeah, he did. And she reasoned with him and stayed in there, but he's going to continue to be a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's adamant, and he'll vote for who he says he's going to vote for, and he don't care, whoever. And he did that last time, too. So that's why I say he and Jonathan are my first two targets right now, and possibly Stephenie.
Yeah, I think if I'm Cirie, I don't see any value in Jonathan or Joe being in the game.
No, because Jonathan is being more outspoken and could influence.
And Cirie's thinking she could use Stephenie.
Too. Yeah, because I think Stephenie would be more likely to listen to Cirie because they know each other so well. And Cirie knows her secret. Remember, Stephenie still has a steal a vote, and Cirie still has an extra vote. So, just depends if she will maybe join with, stay with Cirie and follow a lead,
You better square that away real quick when they get back.
But like you say, I don't know that they're going to want to keep Jonathan and Joe, and Stephenie will not understand that.
Oh, she will. She'll snap
she will,
too.
But she won't like it.
No. And once again, she's going to have no agency. That's going to be rough for her. That's why she was having a hard time and wants to slit some throats. But she's getting...
Well, and Aubry seems to respect Cirie and her gameplay, so go Cirie! I'm liking it.
I'm wondering when Cirie is going to get targeted as a threat.
No, stop talking about it.
Because definitely Christian needs to get rid of her at some point.
No, she needs to get rid of Christian. Not the other way around. Absolutely.
All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to say?
I don't know. I can't think of anything.
All right. We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode. Did you enjoy it anywhere near as much as we did? If you want to call the voicemail line, it's 206-350-1547, toll free 844-643-8737. You can always record your own audio and send that in, or type it up and send it as an email to us, and we'll read it into the show. That email address, joanneandstacyshow@gmail.com. Feedback's due noon Eastern time on Saturday. We ask that you keep it in that 3-minute range so we can get it all together. And the earlier you send it to us, the quicker we can have everything ready to go and record on Saturday. We sure do appreciate that. But it's also okay if you didn't get to it until the end. So looking forward to hearing what did you think about this double elimination episode and how the mechanics, how that all worked. Are you super sad that Chrissy and Coach are gone? How did your assessment of the castaways change after this episode? Who do you think's playing the best? Who's still in jeopardy being voted out? And who impressed you the most? Good stuff.
Well, it is, on one level, a little bit sad to see any of our old players when they leave. Mm-hmm. And yet, but I just still thought it's time.
It was time for Coach, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Chrissy's just like a casualty as a part of that. It was really about taking Coach out. Well, except for Rizo. Rizo was not happy to hear Chrissy mention his name. So he was happy to get his revenge on her
wasn't.
for sure. Yeah, I guess it was kind of the other way around for him.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Have a good one.